What's up, everybody? Welcome back to UIT Sports. A lot of you hit the Twitter, hit the YouTube comments. They want to see a mock draft. I have the top 10, at least what I think and where the top 10 players in the draft should go, and we're gonna get right into it. I don't think it's a discussion. Markelle Fultz is #1 overall pick, and #2 overall pick is Lonzo Ball. But after that, it becomes a complete circus, and I really don't think we're gonna have any idea until the pick is actually announced, because teams are gonna be trying to trade up, I think, to possibly make a move for the likes of a De'Aaron Fox. But let's just say, for all intents and purposes, 1 through 10 actually go in order as 1 through 10. What does that mean? The Kings will definitely mess this up. Like, undoubtedly, they will mess this up. They will find a way to. I'm sorry, that's mean. I put this also in order of who I think should be going higher in the draft based on talent, and a lot to do with fit, but not entirely. So Josh Jackson is arguably the #1 overall pick in this draft if the Celtics or Lakers really needed a forward. Like, if Isaiah Thomas was 6'4" and the height thing wasn't an issue on defense, Josh Jackson would be going to, I would think, the Celtics. But Markelle Fultz could be one of these game-changing guards, just like Lonzo Ball. Fultz is a little bit better of a scorer. Ball's better at the passing aspect of the game and moving an offense, and that's what the Lakers really need. Although it seems like they're gonna abandon D'Angelo Russell a lot sooner than they maybe should. So Sixers should go after Josh Jackson if all is good, and Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid could be healthy. Well, then you have your point guard in Ben Simmons, who we should see hopefully handle the extra 15 pounds of muscle or weight that he put on that led to his Jones fracture. And then Joel Embiid, who we already know from even the small sample size is a truthfully great center. You throw Josh Jackson in there, it's a wing. You need a scoring wing. You need somebody who can attack from that aspect of the floor. And we've seen the likes of what, I hate the ceiling game, and what I mean by that is Josh Jackson, if he's a great scorer, maybe he'll be Kevin Durant. Brandon Ingram was that guy last year. After that, it becomes really guard heavy, because I've seen De'Aaron Fox as high as 3rd. I've seen De'Aaron Fox as low as 10th. I think De'Aaron Fox is the top 5 pick in this draft. I think that he is bringing an element to his, where did I have him at? The Sacramento Kings, who need a good point guard. But it's not like Malik Monk is outwardly much better at scoring than De'Aaron Fox is. I actually think De'Aaron Fox is more suited to play in the NBA at an earlier point, and I think Monk is gonna take more time. I think both Kentucky guards are truly fantastic, but I have Jayson Tatum going above both of them, because I think Jayson Tatum, after Fultz and Ball, is the 3rd best guard in this draft. I think that he was able to prove that through most of his tape, and I think Duke is still able to create NBA talent that's ready to go almost right out the gate. So the Suns can pick him up, then you have a nice young backcourt. They already are the youngest team in the league. Earl Watson's trying to put together a Spurs-like culture, as he put it, for that team. And if that clicks, look for Earl Watson to actually have a fun, still maybe 32, 33 win team next year. But Devin Booker, we already know, is a bona fide scorer. Back to that chart really quick, because I want to get to the second half of it, at least for my explanations. Dennis Smith, a very underrated point guard in this draft. A lot of people some are high on him. CBS Sports is pretty high on Dennis Smith. Bleacher Report, I don't think, is as much, depending on who's doing their mock drafts and where you're getting the information from. ESPN has him right about in the middle. I have him going to Orlando Magic, because I think the Orlando Magic are not gonna be able to take De'Aaron Fox. If this is how it broke down according to myself, then I don't think De'Aaron Fox will be there. I don't think Jayson Tatum will be there. I obviously don't think Ball or Fultz will be there. And they need somebody to actually run the floor badly. Frank Vogel needs that. So Dennis Smith, as a young prospect, gonna take some time to develop, but the upside for Dennis Smith is that he's the best guard in the draft. We don't know what's gonna happen. I mean, look, Steph Curry was what, the 7th overall pick? Isaiah Thomas was the last overall pick. We haven't known what's gonna come from the 1st overall picks over the last 3 years, but before that, almost every #1 overall pick, save for Anthony Bennett, has been an all NBA, at least 2nd team or 3rd team player once in their career. So, and then quickly once back, the Knicks I would hope would take Malik Monk, because I think he'll be the best available at that point. I don't want them taking Zach Collins from Gonzaga. I don't think we need a center. I think we have Kristaps Porzingis. I don't think we need a forward. I think we need youth in the backcourt. I pray to every god that exists and every fictional god from video games that exists that we do not re-sign Derrick Rose. So I think Monk, maybe a little spark plug. He played well at Madison Square Garden. We feel he's at least a known name, a commodity that would, I think, hopefully could thrive in New York. Maybe he's the next Kobe Bryant. Who knows? I can be hopeful. And then to round out the very bottom of it, the Kings get another pick, right? They have the 10th pick, so they'll take like Zach Collins. I would think they need both somebody to run the floor in the backcourt, and they need some more size. Even though, look, Willie Cauley-Stein's defensively sound, and I think he'll be a good defensive center. I think his ceiling has always been Tyson Chandler, with a little bit worse on the offensive end. But I just don't know how well that's progressing under just torridly bad management. Bad GM, bad organization, coming from a fan of a bad GM and a bad organization. So we're both in that boat, but that's about it. That's the top 10. It gets really difficult after that because so much could change. Again, I still think teams are gonna try to trade up to try to get someone like Fox, maybe even Dennis Smith, depending on what is going on in the back rooms about what these teams want. And we don't know. What if the Celtics flip for Butler? What if they flip to the Pacers for Paul George? And what if the Pacers don't want Markelle Fultz and they want Lonzo Ball? Should be a complete shite show. It's going to be one of the more fun NBA drafts for sure, though. So like, favorite, subscribe, leave your comments in the comment section below. You can rip my top 10 apart if you'd like on my Twitter at JaysonRubin91. I'll favorite all of them. We'll see you next time.